Hello and welcome to KLM Institute.
Today's top story comes from the Middle East, where the ongoing conflict between Israel and Iran has intensified following a powerful and controversial statement by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. In a bold move, Netanyahu stated that eliminating Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, would bring an end to the decades-long hostility between the two countries. Speaking to ABC News, Netanyahu defended Israel's military strategy, calling it essential to stop what he labeled Iran's forever war. He accused Iran of funding terrorism for more than 50 years, targeting Saudi oil facilities, and spreading instability across the region. He warned that Iran is pushing the world closer to nuclear disaster, and that Israel must act before it's too late. He went on to describe Iran's top nuclear scientists as basically Hitler's nuclear team, implying they are working to develop nuclear weapons. Israel, he claimed, has already targeted several of them, and may continue these actions. What shocked many is Netanyahu's comparison of Ayatollah Khamenei to Saddam Hussein. He reminded viewers that he once supported Saddam's elimination and argued that it brought more stability to the region. Now, he's applying the same logic to Iran's leadership, saying that removing Khamenei could break the cycle of Iranian aggression in the region. This statement comes just after reports confirmed that former U.S. President Donald Trump recently blocked an Israeli plan to assassinate Khamenei. According to senior U.S. officials, Trump feared that such an act would spark a catastrophic war across the Middle East. He believed that targeting Iran's top political leadership would escalate the conflict beyond control, dragging the U.S. and its allies into a direct confrontation. Moreover, Trump was hoping to revive diplomatic negotiations with Iran over its nuclear program, talks that were being quietly coordinated and were set to take place in Oman. However, those talks were cancelled following Israeli airstrikes and rising regional tensions. Trump told reporters, "We knew everything about the Israeli operation, but made it clear that killing Khamenei would eliminate any remaining chance of diplomacy." But Netanyahu disagrees. In his words, "We are fighting your enemy," suggesting that removing Iran's supreme leader would end the conflict, not escalate it. At the same time, Iran is working behind the scenes, urging countries like Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Oman to influence Washington to push for a ceasefire, in exchange for potential flexibility in nuclear talks. But both Israel and Iran appear unwilling to compromise at this point. Ayatollah Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader since 1989, is known for combining hardline ideology with strategic calculation. He once spoke of heroic flexibility, a willingness to make tactical concessions for long-term goals, but remains fiercely opposed to the West. Now, as Israel hardens its military response, Iran too is making its stance clear. Iranian leaders and clerics have issued strong statements, rejecting any notion of surrender. Many have said, "We are from the bloodline of Prophet Muhammad, Imam Hassan, and Imam Hussein. We will never kneel. We will resist, and we will fight until the end." This belief has become a rallying cry for resistance, rooted in religious conviction and national identity. This spiritual and ideological defiance shapes Iran's policy, refusing to bow to external pressure, and portraying the conflict as not just political, but part of a historic and moral struggle. Meanwhile, Netanyahu himself is facing severe criticism globally. Since the October 7, 2023 Hamas-led attack, Israel's military response in Gaza has left widespread devastation. Over 55,000 Palestinians, including infants, children, women, and men, have been killed, according to numerous humanitarian sources. Entire neighborhoods have been flattened, and civilian infrastructure has been destroyed. In response, many international leaders and human rights groups have accused Netanyahu of committing war crimes, with some going as far as to compare his actions to those of Hitler, a comparison that has sparked intense debate worldwide. Calls for accountability are growing louder, with the international community demanding formal investigations and justice. Some countries support Israel's right to self-defense, while others condemn what they call genocide and state-sponsored violence. With both nations digging in their heels, the Middle East faces one of its most dangerous moments in recent history. Netanyahu has made it clear, Israel will act against Iran's leadership if necessary. But with Iran vowing to never surrender, and the US cautious about triggering a regional war, the chances of a peaceful resolution seem slim. As this high-stakes confrontation unfolds, the world is watching, anxious, divided, and hoping to avoid a war with global consequences. That's all for now. Stay informed with KLM Institute, where we break down complex global issues in simple, clear language. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for trusted news that matters to you.